The meditation is like a bridge from a problem to the solution, from the past to the present, and present to the future. So it can solve many things like even some disorders, psychological disorders, and even physical things. There are people who cured because there's a science behind. Yeah, I tried many techniques and methods, and but actually from ancient time there was a very clear path. Yeah, though I did these kind of things, actually it is very simple, much more simple than the complexity we have now. So the real pure beings or like enlightened beings, or they went in a path that was so clear. It's like a super highway. It had been always there. So what I do is I just show, okay, like I also go and I also went, and why don't you also go? So and it is very simple, much more simpler. Say you have this ball of thread or something that is like not an area, knots, and you get agitated and you sometimes throw it away. I cannot do this, and you give up. But what if like you can just take a pin and you just pull one and many knots release? I also didn't have the patience when I was young, but like when you just try one, I just tried it, and then you see like, and it's very satisfying also. So likewise in life itself, we have complications, problems, everything. But what if you can untie all these things knots, and your life will be for the better? And definitely, Ben, like now the world is going really and in downward slope. But in ancient wisdom also it is said in not only one tradition, many traditions. It's called Kali Yuga, and people like Buddha also they have explained this is going downhill. But the wise people, they see this thing and they see the it's called a sense of urgency, because we see, the age is going down. The how to say, it's like a crashing plane in a way. So like all these meters and everything like knack knack, they're going like and chaos. So and wars, fighting, all this technology we have. So life should be easier, right? If I had to post a letter in my younger days and wait for a reply, then I maybe 1 week for all this procedure. Go to the post office, stamp those days. No, I'm old school. So then you had to wait for a reply, right? Or you get the telegram thing. Or those days we didn't have so many phones around. So one phone. So you dial the phone or like, so when you're very small, it was just in one few houses or in only in the post office. So you go there and get the call. But now we have mobiles, we have internet, no, and it gets better and better. So we should have more time, right? Because we don't have to wait for 1 week to get a reply. It's far all that time is should be saved. But now even the youngsters don't have even the time that we had before. They don't have the time to play around. So even the people like they say like, and people think it's the opposite, like being busy is a great thing. I don't say you have to drowse yourself being lazy. Even as a monk or even if you go to the forest, you cannot be lazy. You have to be diligent, you have to practice. So but what is the point? It seems like a rat race, and all this world is going towards war, and then people are like kind of like making it a business, and these are human lives, whichever part, whoever they are. But the technology should be used for better of humanity, better of all beings, right? Because there is the possibility, but everything is like commercialized and used for worse means. Spiritually, if we can awaken and see, then we can spread. And then there's a great and deep teaching of this. For example, there's called conceptual reality and ultimate reality. In the conceptual, we don't deny that. We say like for genders or like countries and names, we have mutual respect. But for example, well, but these sometimes turn religions, like ethnic groups, these kind of things. But now all these things, like for example, like religions and all, now it is a reason for people to fight about. It should be a thing that brings more happiness and peace, right? But now people are fighting over it. Oh, they can even do worse things. So, but if you see like beyond these concepts, there's the ultimate reality. In that ultimate reality, everybody can be one. Because you go beyond the concepts or the ideology or the views of a person or a thing, and you go to the most subtlest factors like materiality and mentality. So then it is like you have all these ice carvings, and you can have these bad figures, good figures, male, female, this religion, that religion, this country, that country, but all are made from ice, right? You can say one is better the other than the other, but what if you dissolve all and put it back to its more natural form? Because they were made of water, right? And even if you make them and keep and try to put it put it on a pedestal, it still melts. Even if it's in a big grand hotel, right? You see it melting. It's not forever. So why not we can put it dump like mix all. We can have the carvings, no problem. But see the reality of it. Then it's so nice. Like people can live in so much harmony and peace. And all this, how to say, the thirst for power, like the craving, it just disappears. You know you're not forever, and you're like a speck in this entire universe. The ego factors, the negatives, they start disappearing.